Hey guys, this is going to be a quick Barrows with melee guide, pretty much melee. If you have akrisae unlocked after, which means you finished your Drill the Mirage quest, you also will need range or mage. It depends on your preference. I prefer range for this method. I'll have a mage method up probably next week sometime. I'll also do a method with range for people or peers who just have range and want to go through it with range. Requirements for this: you need at least 43 prey so you can protect from melee at the very least. You can do it without, it's extremely complicated, but not with melee. Definitely don't want to try with just melee. So, as far as your inventory goes, you bring like your extremes and your prey pots. A prey pot, I just bring one if you have lower prey. I say if you have lower than 60 prey, you need to bring two, just in case. You never know. And also, I'm wearing Void and an alerter. If you don't have akrisae unlocked, you'll just wear a fire cape or a skill cape or a solar's cape. For a glory, you can place it with a fury or pretty much fury. I would recommend for that, I guess. The helm, depending on what your other stuff are, you can wear Barrows, other Barrows. For melee, I just say you could wear Bandos, would be the best with the Nez, and dragon boots. You know, and if you can afford them, the rage fire boots or whatever. Ring wealth is like you definitely need one because it increases your chances. For your gloves, you do Barrows gloves. If you have Barrows gloves, you can do any of the lower ones. The only requirement for the only quest requirement is you need to finish and it extremely helps if you have your house at a portal from your house to Carl, I guess that's how it would be pronounced, and an altar. It speeds up your trips. If you're just doing like one trip, it's okay. If you do not have the portal in your house, you need to definitely at least try to have Ancient Magician unlocked and the mage level here, to actually use that spell. And it's this one right here, teleport to Carol, 66 magic. So you can just teleport back here. You just have to drink prey pots, spend more money. We just take this portal right here. Now this method of getting there works for anyone. You don't have to have any quest completed to take this route. It's the one I like. I have the quest completed for the other route, and I just don't like it. So just follow me on this route right here. It has been changed just very slightly since they updated this area, but not to an extent. You can still easily find it, and you'll be seeing it in this. You'll be able to find it. Just follow my character here while I talk about Barrows. Alright, the thing about Barrows, you definitely need the spade. If you do not have the portal in your house, you would either replace their teleports with the Tellurians here, or with Varrock teletabs. Is if you want to walk from Varrock every time. For this, you used to be able to go up and around, but now you have to go down and around. I don't know why that blocked it off up there, but you can't get up right through up there anymore. Then you just run pretty much south, and you just kind of go in a straight line from there until you see. Well, for me, I wait till I see the arrow on the map. Not this one, the next one. You'll see in a minute for the boat. Right up here. And as you get rotten food from these, you just drop it. There's no use of keeping it or anything. You can't sell it or fix it that I know of. As soon as you get over here, you just run right up in this one right here. And you see that arrow and you click on the boat. You just say board swim your boat. You don't need any quests. It doesn't cost anything. You might as well take advantage of it. Don't run all the way around. Never run all the way around. I know there are easy ways to get this now, but after some quests, but this is more of a guide for lower levels, and maybe make a higher level Barrows guide here soon. And of course, I forgot to mention earlier, but if you don't have a rapier or a chaotic, just replace it with a whip or a decent me. They both work perfectly fine here, as far as melee goes. And of course, remember, if you'll be doing it with something lower, you might need more prey depending on your prayer level. Just have to kind of tweak it to what works best for you. Alright, this is going to be the order that I do them in. This is the way I've always done them. I've always had good results. And I always go to DH first because you have to pray for him no matter what. You can't, it's really a pain to tank him. You get occasional ones where he doesn't hit anything, but he'll always hit. So, and of course, you'll pot right here. And just pretty much kill him. I don't spec on him. I wait till later, later, which you'll see. Here, DH, in case you don't know, as his HP gets lower, he'll hit higher, and he hit maxes of 550s, so maybe a 600. I've never actually seen one, a 600 from him specifically. And that's pretty much all about him. So when you definitely have to pray on the other ones, you don't have to pray. There's only one that's kind of a pain, which is Carol, which we'll get to later, and a couple guys. Then we'll go down here to Guthin. I never pray on him. You can if you have lower defense and he's hitting you too much, you can pray. For me, I just tank him, and maybe we'll get to see a special. Alright, this is the tunnel. When you get to this room, it'll say you have a hidden tunnel, you enter there, you just go straight back up. We'll get back to that later in the video. And then next we'll run down here to Carol, and this is where I spec. I always turn on. When I go down, you just go down. I always put my range pray and then my melee boosters. Of course I don't have turmoil yet, but besides Aram, well, Carol's definitely the number one I get highest on with melee. So I like specking him just so I can see the high hits. Kill him in like 2 DDS specs and occasionally. Just to see how high you can hit. Like right there I hit a 439. See, I didn't have to get my rapier out. And as soon as you kill him, you just run back up. And here, from here, you'll just go straight north to the middle one right here. Where you'll go down. I just melee him. You can mage pray here. I do if I have pray points left, I pray mage just to save the damage, just in case he does hit. But if I don't have pray points, don't worry about it. I don't pot or anything. But just, of course, again, depending on your armor and your mage and defense level here, you'll just adjust it to whatever best suits you. Alright, next we just run like southwest here, and this guy, Torag, he's pretty weak. I never really pray against him even if I have pray points because he hits too much. If I do have leftover pray, I just turn on boosters to boost while I fight him. And just watch my stats as I attack him. By the way, since I'm here, I'm getting 99 fire making tomorrow. If anyone wants to see the video, like a party or anything, tell me. I wasn't planning on it, but if you guys want to see a video, I can. And now, after Torag, you run right up here. This is going to be, this one contains Varrock and akrisae. If you have not unlocked akrisae, of course, it'll just like cut off right up here. You won't be able to see this tomb up here. So you search it and you kill Barrows here. Pretty easy. The thing about him is he can hit through prey, so even if you have prey or you think you need it, it's a waste of time praying on him for the most part. He'll still hit through it. So I never prayed even when I was like my lowest level, when I just got like 70 instructions, so I could do this. And as of right now, Barrows prices are really low because they had double drop weekend a while ago, and it worked at Barrows and people got it from here. Alright, here it's a little hard. You can pray. I don't for the most part, and he'll change his praise as you attack him. So here in a second, as soon as I hit, he'll change to melee pray. You just keep switching back and forth as you kill him. It's not really a big problem at all. Even as unlocked, it would be easy to be able to do this. He's pretty weak to both, so it's not like a big problem. If you do pray against him, he uses melee, so you know. And as soon as you kill your last guy throughout the tunnels, you just head straight back up. Here. And then, if you remember that tunnel I had earlier, where it says you found a hidden tunnel, if you found that anywhere during there, you run back to that tunnel as soon as you've killed all the ones that are still in their sarcophaguses, and that's where you'll go down. Alright, as soon as you go down here, you'll just come to usually an empty room. Sometimes there's like a monster because when people run through there, and you'll have one unlocked door out of the 4 doors, and you just go through that one. What I do here is I keep going around until I find the door that's unlocked in the middle. So here, since I went this way, I'll always look on the left, and eventually we'll find one that's unlocked, and I'll show the little secret behind unlocking the door. It's not really a secret, but some people don't know about it that I've watched people do. And they just sit there and they were getting attacked and they can't open the door. It's just like, there's a way of not getting attacked that some people don't know of, I guess. So, Yeah, see some of my friends do it too while we came to Barrows. It's a pretty common mistake. Alright, when you get to the door, it's finally unlocked. You'll run one space in front of it. Don't click on the door, just click one space in front of it. And you'll kill the one that attacked you when you walked in the room or whatever's attacking you at the moment. And as soon as you kill this one, none of the other ones will attack you in the room, so you'll be free to unlock the door. There's a few different puzzles. This one, you always click the square if it has these symbols. There's 2 other puzzles, and they're pretty simple puzzles, so they're like no problem to figure out. And now that you're not in a rush for to get them done in time, like you did before that update, which was like a year ago or 2 years ago now. But before that update, you had to actually rush, and now that you have the time, you don't have to worry about it really. And for here, after I unlock the door, I come over down here and I kill 7 monsters, and my number is always 7 here for creature slain. Some people have their different numbers. I know people have 1, people do 3. I just found that 7's got me the most loot so far. So, and it's pretty easy to get. It's not like I knew some people who did like 23 and 25, and it was just like took too much effort to get there. You just do this, and Barrows like trips last like what 10 minutes. I guess you'll see when you watch the video. I'm not 100% sure. Then when you get the chest, if you did not find the one that was missing from the tunnel while walking through there, when you open the chest, attack it. Make sure you don't double click this chest, because if you double click it, you accidentally loot it, and you won't have this boss, and you'll get back worse loot. And then you just clearly kill him. This guy here, he heals as he attacks you, and as you saw when he first hit me, that purple stuff comes up. And he'll heal depending on what he hits when he does that. It's not like an every time thing, it's occasional. So, and he's pretty simple to kill. He doesn't hit hard. He does occasionally. You get an occasional trip where he'll hit like extremely hard. But for most part, you don't have to pray against him, I guess, unless you're like under 70 defense. Here I always eat, so I have some extra space, and then you loot the chest. You get this if you missed anything. Like if you didn't have room for anything, you'll drop on the floor underneath you. Like here, I got a 3D events in restore. And as soon as you finish this, what you do is you click utility tab. If it's to your house, I'll show you what to do to prepare for your next trip. And I'll tell you what I personally recommend. If you're going to do an extensive amount of trips here, as soon as you get to your house, you open your door and you pray. You open the next door. It's close. It's good to have these 2 rooms together. That's why I'm both by the portal, and you just teleport back to here. And what I do with things in my inventory, I keep them there so I can have my record of how much I got for how many trips it is. I always bank the coins because I don't really actually worry about them. I don't count them into any profit because the highest you can is like 2K. So, and then I just went up to my bank and pause the coins. I get out whatever I need. If I need potions, or if I need prayer or a couple fish or something, I grab them. I usually don't use more than 5 fish a trip. I just bring the full inventory just in case that I had a trip where DH is in the tunnel, I'm out of prey pots, something like that. And then you just run back here and go on with your next trip. I'll be coming out with a video how to mage this in, let's say, 2-3 days, somewhere around there. And if you guys want one for range, let me know, and I'll make one of those too. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video.